So it seems like Nintendo is indeed gearing up for a lot more movies, and more than the ones that we already know about. Of course, we already got the Mario Brothers movie, we got the Mario Galaxy movie announced for the beginning of next year, and of course we have the Zelda movie that just started production, and believe it or not, today for 2027's release. But Nintendo's already teased a future of movies and films that are being planned currently as we speak, because President Shintaro Furukawa actually stated, "We are continuing to prepare for the ongoing release of movies in the future." Now, they gave us this cool little chart that states building a framework for a consistent release cadence, and it shows 2 question marks before moving to ... Now, the question is this Nintendo just letting us know that they're, setting plans in forth, so that way there's about a year to 2 year gap maybe in between the next couple of movies, or is there actually 2 more movies getting ready to be announced sometime in the future, or maybe sometime next year? Maybe there's 2 more movies that are on the horizon after the Zelda one. Of course, this sparked some conversation in my mind about what in the world could Nintendo be working on and planning on for the next 2 movies already, because the second Mario movie isn't even out yet, and the Zelda movie just started production, so what could they be working on? Well, I've got a little bit of news about the current movies that we're looking forward to. So let's dive into those first. But before we do that, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. We are reaching our goal, or trying to reach our goal rather, of 400,000 subscribers, and simply just trying to reach 380K right now. You can make that happen by leaving a like and subscribing. Let's see how many we can get in today's video. Let's go for about 100 brand new subscribers. Thank you guys, and let's talk about the Mario Galaxy movie. The movie is still slated to release on April 3rd of next year, and by now we should have gotten some sort of teaser or something. I mean, we technically got a teaser during that last Nintendo Direct in September, but Nintendo actually revealed the first Mario movie in October when it released around the same time frame in April the following year. So yeah, we were kind of expecting something last month, and Nintendo didn't really give us anything yet. Now fans are expecting this month, and I think this month has some credentials to back it up. There is a rumor floating around right now that the first trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie is attached to screenings of Wicked for Good, which is the upcoming Wicked movie, the sequel of the first one. And apparently that this Mario Galaxy movie is going to be tied as one of the ads that you get in the beginning of those movies. So this would mean that Nintendo obviously would have to reveal it in November and before that time frame. Now, Wicked for Good comes out on November 21st, so naturally it would have to be this week or next week that Nintendo shows off this trailer, because it wouldn't make sense, and it'd be kind of a bummer if we have to go watch Wicked for Good to see the first trailer for the Mario Galaxy movie. I don't think Nintendo would do that. Some movies do that actually. I've seen it before, but yeah, it'd be really cool if Nintendo would announce the thing this week or maybe even next week. I think next week sounds most likely. They have a big game coming out this week with The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, so next week is an empty slot before moving on to Kirby the following week. So it'd be best for Nintendo to get that out now before they get into the Kirby Metroid Prime 4 kind of duo week there. So yeah, I am expecting that trailer to be really soon. Now, the Zelda movie, on the other hand, is not slated to release until May 7th of 2027, so we are still a very far ways away, and like I just said, I believe the filming for that movie has officially started today in New Zealand, and if you know anything about New Zealand, it literally is just like the realistic Legend of Zelda space. If I'm not mistaken, I think even the Zelda devs and team has based the world of Hyrule around New Zealand in the first place, so it's a really cool little fact there, and I'm sure the movie is going to be really great. I can't wait to see what they're cooking up here. It's live action, so it does have me a little bit worried, but it is currently starting production as we speak. But now the question is, what are these next 2 movies that Nintendo could be planning? And to me, it's pretty obvious, because there's been 2 games that a lot of people have been talking about. There's been a lot of rumors circulating about these games getting movies, and there's even been a lot of hints from Nintendo that these games would be getting their own movies. So the first one that I want to talk about is one that I think is going to be the next one, which is the Donkey Kong movie. This is something that we've heard about for a while. Of course, lots of the Kongs were introduced, and even some of them were teased, like Chunky Kong, Diddy, Dixie, all teased within that Mario movie. So I would be shocked if Nintendo isn't planning some sort of bigger movie with the Kongs, King K. Rool, the Kremlings. So I really do think this is coming up. I think it also would be really cool, especially right after Donkey Kong Bonanza. It wouldn't be right after. It'd be like a couple years, 3 to 4 years after Donkey Kong Bonanza. But still, I think it would help to grow that IP, because I think Donkey Kong needs to get back to being one of Nintendo's biggest IPs and having consistent 2D, 3D games and movies movies as well would no doubt put them in the right position for that. But like I said, they've already kind of touched and built on that world with the Mario movie, so why not continue it on with the Donkey Kong movie with the, same illumination, animation and all that, and the characters that we've already seen, like with Cranky Kong and stuff, adding new ones, throwing King K. Rool in there. They can definitely make that happen. Now, another one that just makes too much sense to me is a Luigi's Mansion movie. We've heard lots of reports of the team at Illumination begging Nintendo to work on a Luigi's Mansion movie. There's literally concept art of them doing Luigi's Mansion stuff with Luigi and that side story in the first Mario movie. So, I mean, they really want to do this thing, and I feel like if they push hard enough and if Luigi's Mansion is popular enough, they will do this. And let's face it, Luigi's Mansion is popular enough. Now, here's some concept art of what this could look like from a fan. This is from Slim Skull on Tumblr and ArtStation, where they were actually able to create some cool looking scenes as to what a Luigi's Mansion movie could look like. And it just makes me so excited to see it. I mean, having Portrait Ghost, a whole story with Luigi and his fear and overcoming it, introducing characters like Egad, King Boo. I mean, it just sounds like a blast. And like I said, especially if there's like tons of Portrait Ghosts that can just add to the character roster, unique ones for this specific movie, I feel like Nintendo could absolutely cook here. Just a story, a simple story of him just trying to save his brother, but going through an absolute horror gauntlet while doing so. I'll also note that Charlie Day himself said that this would be an awesome thing to see actually come into fruition. So I'm really hoping Nintendo is planning something like this. And with the massive success of Luigi's Mansion 3, just the third game in a trilogy so far, I would be completely shocked if Nintendo doesn't have Luigi's Mansion 4 right around the corner to also go alongside a at least announcement of the next Mario Universe movie, which I think would be Luigi's Mansion. I mean, Donkey Kong technically is Mario Universe 2, but either one of them. I mean, Donkey Kong and Luigi's Mansion, I feel like it could be any one of them taking the spotlight for the next movie. But what if Nintendo uses this next batch of films to at least highlight one game that could actually benefit from a big budget blockbuster movie? And for instance, what if one of those games is Metroid? I've been saying for a while now, even before Mario came out, that a Metroid movie would probably make the most sense out of any of Nintendo's IPs. It just makes way too much sense. You can come up with any fun, exciting story with Samus in space and the Chozo lore and the space pirates, the bounty hunters that were all appearing in Metroid Prime Hunters. I mean, there's so much that you can write and do with the story of Metroid that Nintendo hasn't even touched the surface of so far. So see a sci-fi, space action-packed Samus movie, oh my gosh. Of course, the issue is it being pretty much a niche franchise. Technically, it's not getting the game sales that would necessarily warrant a big budget blockbuster movie, but still, that's how you get games like Metroid back into the top, as one of Nintendo's core IPs, is by having a film like this, or potentially a Pikmin film. We know Miyamoto loves his Pikmin as much as he loves Mario, so it'd be really cool to see an entire film dedicated to the Pikmin and Olimar and them trying to survive and taking out creatures, and a story of him getting his ship parts back would be pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Nintendo does now have its own in-house production company for shorts and stuff. Like, they've been making shorts for Pikmin. They just made a new one with the baby and the mother and stuff, so maybe Pikmin's just one of those things that always resorts to being shorts instead of it actually ever becoming a movie. Maybe it could become like a little short television show or series or something along those lines, just showing the Pikmin, interact with the creatures of the world and stuff, and Olimar's adventures or something, or maybe another astronaut's adventures. But regardless, I think a Pikmin movie would be cool. But honestly, we could just keep going. I mean, if Nintendo wanted to, they could make movies with all their franchises. Fire Emblem, especially Xenoblade, in my opinion. I feel like Xenoblade 1's story is so magnificently well written. I just wish people could actually experience it. Maybe if they didn't even want to play the game, they could at least just watch the movie, because it's just that good, man. It's literally one of the best stories in a video game I've ever witnessed. Like, seriously, if you're not a fan of the combat or really anything else with Xenoblade and you're not sure if you want to jump into it, just jump into it for the story alone, because it's really that good. But yeah, I mean, who knows what Nintendo's going to do? I mean, there's still IPs that we didn't even talk about, like Kirby. Could Kirby ever even work in a movie format? Probably not necessarily. I really can't see that happening. There's a bunch of characters that never really talk or anything. I mean, as you can see, they can make anyone talk like everyone does in the Mario movie, so I guess that's not an issue, but still, I don't know how Kirby would work, at least in the time being. But let me know in the comments down below if there's any other IPs from Nintendo, like Star Fox potentially. Could you see a Star Fox movie happening? I think that would work. I mean, they started like a little anime series that looked like it was going to continue with Star Fox Zero, and then they just cut the cord on it, because man, it looked like it was like really going to be an interesting thing. If you've ever not seen the Star Fox animated shorts that they were posting, go watch them, or at least the one that's up. It is so good. I mean, seriously, it got me so excited for future series and, you know, episodes for it, but obviously it never happened. So my cards are for Star Fox as well. I'm here for any Nintendo movie, but let me know in the comments down below what movie you'd want to see the most, and comment why you want to see that movie. Thank you for tuning in, and have a blessed day, guys. See ya.